Hey everybody, Dirili here. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Norn9 Var Commons. We are on the second video of Ron and Nanami's path. And, yeah, not much has happened to begin with. So we'll just hop right into things. You can just sit back, relax, and let me read you a story. Phew! Mikoto, thank you so much for that delicious meal. I am not the one who deserves thanks for this. Akito was the one who flavored everything. But she did shape all the meatballs. Oh, no wonder they had such interesting shapes. They certainly were interesting. Every single one was an identical cube of meat. The uniformity reflected Mikoto's personality. Square meatballs? I didn't even know meatballs came in shapes other than spheres. Do not praise me for something so meaningless. I hear we're landing in the city tomorrow, Koharu. Do you want to come along and go shopping? You're going shopping? Well, we need to go buy that thing we talked about, remember? Yes! Koharu and Yuiga, the two are sharing a very similar expression. Nasty Yuiga has such a happy smile. Even after Yuiga left the room, Koharu still kept a smile on her face. She is usually a pretty happy person, but this time it just seems bigger than normal. What? Am I still smiling that much? Yeah. It's because Kageru was being so nice to me. Oh, but I didn't mean that all the others aren't kind to me. Everyone treats me really well, and I didn't say anything. Oh, I'm sorry. It's just today, I was told that I was an admirable person. I've never been told that before, so I was super happy about it. Kageru and I decided to grow some strawberries together. I'm worried about whether I'll be able to manage, but... Oh, wait, I'm so sorry. I just keep going on and on about myself. I must be boring you. I didn't say it was boring. Oh, yes. Koharu is always very considerate of others. She claimed that she lived on her own for most of her life, but it doesn't seem that way. She's much better to talk to than Moroboshi. Koharu is always smiling peacefully. However, she still has the tendency to worry too much about what others think of her. Perhaps because of that, she seems helpless. Whenever I see Koharu troubled, I know that nobody could refuse to offer a helping hand. Except for Moroboshi, that is. Do you consider Yuiga to be a good person? Yes! I feel relieved when I see Koharu smiling. How are you and Ron getting along? Terribly. He's the worst. What? Koharu's expression suddenly turned gloomy. Oh my! What happened? Did he say something terrible to you? She's sad because I was too honest. It's nothing. Please, just tell me the truth. You shouldn't have to hold it all inside. It's nothing. I'm not holding anything inside. I was just teasing you earlier. It was a lie. You mean that was a joke? Yep. Although now that I think about it, is it more cool that I tell her that it was a joke after getting her so worried? Are you sure you're okay? Yep. So you're getting along with Mr. Ron then? Ron and I are getting along. Oh, good! I'm so glad to know that you and Mr. Ron are friends. This is the most humiliated I've ever felt after telling a lie. What? You're getting along with Ron? That voice. Wow, so you two are really getting along well. That's great, Nanami. More than anything else, I want to deny it, but I immediately silence myself. Koharu is still standing right here. I was pretty worried. You always seemed like you were tense whenever you were with Ron. Worried? Yeah, well, Ron's harder to deal with than most people, but he never seems to be doing anything out of spite or meanness. The power of telepathy. The amount that Otomoru can read depends on the target, but his power allows him to read someone's emotions. Because of that, I can trust whenever Otomoru judges someone else's character. Indeed, like he says, I don't feel any sort of negative emotions from Moroboshi. He's just really, really annoying. He's just saying the first thing he thinks of. But that doesn't mean I can fully trust him yet. That person is... sexy?
Well, you're quite the shy one, Nanami, so I'm sure it's harder for you to get along with him than it would be for most. Oh, I just came up with a super amazing idea. It might be the greatest idea ever.
Greatest idea? What is it?
I'm going to assign you two a mission.
Oh! I have the worst feeling about this.
Akito and I were supposed to finish all the shopping for tomorrow, but I think you two should come with us. Akito and I will get all the ingredients, but I'll leave everything else to you two.
What's everything else?
I'll give you a list later. We're apparently going to a huge city tomorrow. That's why I figured you guys should help. I'm sure we'll get everything with your help. And we can all bond this way.
Well, Tomaru, have you been listening to Kagami's weird ideas again?
It's not weird. Kakeru was saying that... what did he say again? Working together is recommended for increased likability? Something like that, was it?
Likability? What does that mean?
Who knows? I didn't say it.
There's an awful lot I don't trust about these two, but... sure, shopping's not that big a deal.
Yay! Thanks a lot!
I returned to my room and let out a heavy sigh. Moroboshi and I getting along. I've just created a major misunderstanding. But it's better than making those two have to worry. And now, because of that misunderstanding, now I have to go shopping with them. Although, I haven't stepped outside the ship since I boarded it. I got a little excited about being back on land.
So, if the world ordered you to, you'd be able to take away someone's precious thing? Even though you can barely cope with the pain that your superior's orders cause you, you can't bring yourself to disobey.
If I continue on this journey, working under the auspices of the world, I'd have to do what the world orders me to. I escaped out here so I could avoid having to obey my father, but I erased people's memories as I continued to follow orders. Painful memories, depressing ones, sometimes even people's most precious memories. An image of him appeared, then vanished. Then Moroboshi's words repeated once more in my head. Am I going to have to erase people's memories under the world's orders? I won't get an answer, no matter how much I ask. The one with the answers is the world, not me. And this is going to be a Hiyoko Network bulletin, so we'll watch this. The kids. What possible reason is there for lumping us all together as a group? I feel extremely uncomfortable about this. I guess they count anyone on the ship under the age of 17 as the kids group, and the ones who fit in such a category are... us? I'm quite offended that I'm being called a child.
The exact criteria to be in this group is that anyone who's able to enter this room is considered a child. Apparently, we can't leave until we answer the questions. Let's just get this over with. Please tell me what kind of issues you have with the older folks on the ship. They're always nagging, they're always in my way, they're also very meddlesome. Oh, and their voices are quite loud.
Zenri, just say one thing!
Bothersome. That's a pretty good job of distilling it down to one word. Wait, what's the point of doing all of this? What do you get out of it? Once I've collected all the information, I'll be giving them to Kakeru Yuiga. I think that your opinions should be plenty on their own. Well then, that's our show for today. Oh no! Senri, you're totally screwed.
Yoko channel number 1, the kids, has been added to my Yoko channel thingy.
Well then, we're gonna go buy all the food we need, so we'll leave all the non-food things to you guys. Okay. Listen,
Don't buy anything unnecessary, got it? Also, don't just buy it for regular price. You gotta bargain first.
You're sounding like a nagging housewife, Akito. Just relax. Just head back to the ship when you're done. We're staying here for 2 days, but don't spend the night in the city, got it?
I know.
Bye.
The city we landed at was still in Japan. As Otomoru said, it was a pretty large city, with a lot of people around. We'll stop by the pharmacy first. Let me know if you see a sign for it.
It's hard to spot with so many people around here.
You're tall. Look over everyone.
Okie dokie.
It was a pain just to navigate through the crowd and keep moving forward. Even on my tiptoes, it was difficult to see. Moroboshi was a full head taller than anyone else, even in this crowd. Unfortunately, I have to depend on him.
Wow, who'd have known he was that tall?
We'll definitely get lost if we get mixed up in the crowd here.
So you gonna hold her hand?
Oh, you wanna hold hands?
I called it.
If I lost you, I'd just go back to the ship.
Really? I don't remember how to get back to the ship, though.
That makes my plan sound even better.
You're so mean.
Can we just hold hands? For my sake.
Absolutely not. The moment you touch me, I'm going to scream that a creepy pervert grabbed me and get the police to lock you up.
It sounds unpleasant.
Unpleasant. Have I actually found a weakness?
Yeah, I've never been attached to something so much that anyone could get to call me a pervert over it. I wouldn't feel right.
What do you mean get to be called a pervert? It's not a compliment, you know.
There's a guy I know who loves to be verbally abused by women. And he'd go way over the line teasing the girl he was into.
Just who is this friend of his? That's absolutely repulsive.
I think he's talking about himself.
Isn't that the type of person that you would call a pervert?
I don't know.
So, could you at the very least not take me to the police? You're debating whether you should scream or not. What? If I get arrested, you won't be able to go shopping. I have all the money.
I wonder how good it would feel to be able to win an argument with Moroboshi. That's probably not going to happen for a long time. I can't imagine it happening at this point.
Oh, I think that's the pharmacy over there.
Finally, it's time to get this shopping over with and head back to the ship. As I tried to chase after Moroboshi, I bumped into someone. Water also somehow got sprayed onto my uniform.
No! My precious product! I'm so sorry. Are you alright? I'm so sorry. In a hurry. Gotta run.
After saying that, the man who bumped into me disappeared into the crowd. I wanted to chase him down so I could complain, but my feet were unsteady. This isn't water. Is it alcohol? It has a weird smell. What is it? I've barely even moved, but it's getting hard to breathe. Ugh. Moroboshi doesn't seem to have noticed my current condition. Without even looking back, he keeps heading further into the distance. I take a step forward, thinking that I should chase after him. I desperately head towards Moroboshi's back. However, his stride easily outpaces my shorter gait. Also, people dodge out of the way of Moroboshi's much larger frame, but I'm probably not even in their field of vision. Every time I pass by someone, my shoulders bump into them. The smell from the liquid keeps getting stronger. My thoughts start to get jumbled. Moroboshi still hasn't noticed me yet. If I get caught in the crowd and hide from him, I'd be free from him. I'd be free of the world, so I'd never have to erase memories again. My feet stop moving. I turn my back towards Moroboshi. I don't want to erase any more memories. I don't want to take any more precious things. As I finally started to feel normal again, I found myself in an unfamiliar forest. My feet hurt. I am really out of breath. I thought I came here on my own 2 feet, but I don't remember walking here. I lean against a nearby tree. I need to return to the city soon. I need to return to the ship. However, I couldn't move my body at all. I can't think straight. I just sat down. Rain. What was that sound? Ugh, my head hurts. And it's really cold. I wonder who it is. Koharu or... is it Mikoto? Someone sat down on the bed. I poked my head out of the blanket as I tried to shake off my headache.
Oh, you're finally awake.
I immediately searched for my kunai. I usually have it within reach, but it is nowhere to be found. That's when I finally came to a realization. I've never been in this room before. Where am I?
I don't know. Hunter's cabin, I guess? It was right next to where you collapsed.
I collapsed. That's right, I tried to run away. And then I started to feel ill, and... why did I think of doing something so crazy like running away?
Oh, you remember now?
Did he save me? Or did he...
Here, get under the sheets. You're gonna catch a cold if you stay like that.
The air is cold and damp. It's probably a result of the rain. It feels like wind's blowing in from a crack. It's bitterly cold, as if the wind is directly hitting my skin. The moment I saw what I was dressed in, I immediately came to my senses. I barely even have my undergarments on, a state of undress that I really wouldn't want people to see me in. Did he undress her? I immediately dove under the sheets. Well, it's too late. He's seen it all already, apparently.
Your clothes were soaked, so I took them off. Don't get so mad. I didn't do anything to you.
I don't believe you.
I'm being serious. If I was gonna do something, you wouldn't be wearing anything right now.
It's really encouraging.
If you're gonna be all mad, even though I obviously didn't do anything, maybe then I should have tried to do something.
You really didn't do anything to me.
Nope. Are you feeling okay? Are you injured?
Nothing's wrong. I was just a little dizzy.
I'm glad to hear it.
This guy, he must have gone looking for me, and then he carried me all the way over here. Then he must know that I ran off.
It's pouring like crazy outside, and your clothes are still wet too, so we might as well stay here for a little while.
What? Just the 2 of us in a strange place. That's the last thing I'd ever want. But it's my fault that I'm in this situation, so I can't really blame him for it.
Now we're supposed to say...
I don't want to be a burden. I don't want to cause you any more trouble.
What's your true reason?
Okay, I don't want to be alone with you here.
I knew it was something like that.
Why would you be happy about that?
Well, I'll go get something warm for you to drink. You better rest up.
Whose house is this? Where's the owner?
Don't worry about it. It'll be fine.
What will be fine? I glower at the spot where he had been sitting a moment ago. I feel uneasy. I never once expected that I'd be indebted to him. And worse, now he knows my weakness. Why did it have to end up like this? I should have been able to run away. My pursuer was the world, the biggest organization known to man. There was no way that I could escape a group that had the backing of not just one, but multiple different countries. Although I do feel like I want to run away. I was bumping into people in the city. I can remember up to that point. But for some reason, I started feeling odd after that. My constant but never acted upon desire to run away just suddenly started to build and build until I couldn't fight it. Even if I did decide to run away, where would I even go? That's right, the smell. It felt odd when I got splashed by that strange liquid after I bumped into someone. I don't like the fact that I've been undressed without consent, but I'm really glad that I'm finally rid of that smell. Thinking about smells makes me sniff around, and I immediately detect an odd scent that was much different from the one I had recalled earlier. It was the scent of something burning. It's not an acrid or noxious burning smell, but it's a scent that I've never encountered before. What is it? Is it coming from outside?
Here we go.
Once Muraboshi appeared, it felt like the strange smell intensified. Is it Muraboshi's scent? I don't think he usually smells like this, though.
Here, awesome. You should drink it while it's hot.
As he said this, he handed me a sake cup. What is this?
Hot sake. It'll warm you right up.
Is this another one of your jokes, or are you actually being serious?
Huh? Wait, do you prefer cold sake?
I'm not old enough to drink sake yet.
What? Oh, I'm pretty sure I drank it when I was around your age.
I don't care. You should really think a little more before you act.
I'll make a mental note of that.
I wonder exactly what kind of life this guy's been living. I'm oddly curious. However, I'm pretty sure I'd regret learning about it.
If you can't have sake, how about a chat?
Did you say something?
I said I wanted to talk to you,
No.
so I have no one to keep me entertained.
Speaking to you just irritates me.
Hey, don't be like that. Oh yeah, what exactly were you doing coming out here? Were you trying to run away or something?
I wouldn't do anything like that. I just started feeling sick suddenly.
Huh.
I figured that wouldn't work. I wonder what will happen to me if this gets back to the world.
Hey, you wouldn't just run away with me?
What are you saying?
I'd be cool with it, if I just ran away somewhere with you.
No, you really shouldn't joke about that.
It's no joke. I don't give a crap about the world.
Don't you think it's scary?
Not really.
From his response, it didn't sound at all like he was bluffing. I felt a strange calm from him. He won't come undone no matter what happens. Are you that confident because of the power that you have?
I don't know.
You like to pry into other people's lives, but you never share anything about yourself.
It's not like I'm trying to hide stuff. It's just that I can't find anything to talk about.
Even if it isn't about yourself.
Yep. Oh, but I guess there's one thing that I can say about myself. You'll never be able to beat me.
And what makes you so sure of that? You don't even know what my power is.
Let's see. Which do you think is more just, living or dying?
I don't think the act of living or dying is inherently just or evil. So I'm supposed to say I don't want to die. I don't want to die. I've done things that make it almost inevitable that I be killed, but I still don't want to die. What's the point of asking me that? Are you trying to say that being unafraid of death is strength or something like that?
No, that's not it. Well, on to the next question. Do you think murder is just, or is it evil?
And here I'm supposed to say it's evil. That's easy. There's no way that murder could ever be just.
Oh, I agree with you. That's definitely the right answer. Okay, let's see. What would you do if I tried to kill you, right here, right now? Let's just say I grabbed onto your neck. So, with that in mind, I'll ask you again. Is murder just or evil? You're gonna die unless you kill me first. So, what would you do in that situation? Would you live? Or let yourself be killed? Your power? It takes away something precious, right? Does that mean it's an attack power? Is it more deadly than your knife attacks?
I wouldn't use my power. I wouldn't kill you either.
Huh? Then what would you do?
I'd escape. Behind his dark glasses, I could see that Motoboshi's eyes widened. I was able to fight back against him. Inwardly, I smiled. I won't be manipulated by this person. However, my tiny victory didn't last very long.
I see.
Motoboshi laughed. It wasn't the forced smile I was used to seeing. It was a smile that sent chills down my spine. What? The burning smell had gotten stronger.
He's even licking his lips. Well, how about it then? Can you really do it? Can you run away?
Let go.
If you don't like it, you'll need to resist. Not with your words, but with your body. Although, I wouldn't let you resist anyway.
My body sinks deep into the bed. I was confident in my stamina. Although I'm still training, I do know some self-defense techniques. I thought I'd be able to escape, no matter how much power he used to hold me down. But right now, I couldn't even blink. His cold eyes behind his sunglasses had mesmerized me.
A snake?
Gotta escape, Nanami!
You're cute. I wonder what kind of sound you make when you scream.
Oh, Ron is a creep! With all the strength I could muster, I shoved him off me. With that, I was finally able to escape. Moroboshi just laughed, his stupid easy laugh, the one I hate the most. It told me everything in that moment. I didn't escape, he let me. I balled my fist and swung at his face.
It's been a while since anyone punched me. You're pretty strong.
I saw Moroboshi without his sunglasses.
Wow, that's really unusual. He looks a lot less creepy without his sunglasses.
His right eye was purple, like mine. But it's too sparkly to be a human eye. It looks like a lifeless jewel that reflected all the light that shone into it.
Do you understand the reason that you can't beat me now? It's the fact that no matter the situation, you can't bring yourself to kill. Sure, you carry a blade, but you can never swing it with the intent to kill. But I wouldn't hesitate for a moment. It's such a waste that you don't use your power. If you got a gift like that, you should make use of it. I mean, if you did, you'd be able to avoid getting killed.
I decided I wouldn't use my power. My power takes away precious things from people. That target doesn't even realize it's lost, but it is, and they can never get it back. Why are you telling him this? That's more cruel than taking their lives. It truly is the worst power.
You wouldn't use it even to save your own life?
I won't. I'd never use it, even to save myself.
Then why'd you get on board the ship? You had to know you were going to get used by the world.
I dislike this power. I hate it. However, I still hope that there's something good I can do with it. I haven't personally found a way, but maybe the world knows the best way to use this power. That's right. The right way, if only this worthless power and my worthless self could actually be used to protect someone. It might be pointless to hope that it is true, but that's why I boarded the ship.
And yet you still trying to run away. Even though you might have been confused, weren't you still conscious of your actions? I know you have doubts about the world deep within your heart.
That's correct. I don't know what the world is or what they truly want, but I trust them more than I do myself.
Wow, you are seriously dumb. That's really sad.
I don't want to hear that from you.
No, life is inherently good or evil. It's just like a blade. Regardless of what power you have, the power alone doesn't mean you're cruel or evil, or the most terrible person ever. You get it? You are not defined by your power.
At that moment, I felt like a chain that was binding my heart had been cut loose. Moroboshi knew nothing about me. He didn't know what my power was, or what I'd done in the past, or how I'd lived my life. I couldn't believe that I was tearing up from hearing the words of someone who can't even remember my name. He wiped my tears with the back of his hand. My heart shuddered from the unexpected softness of his hand.
You poor thing. You must have had a pretty hard life.
Now, I think I can finally believe what Otomaru said about him earlier. This guy might not be such a bad person after all.
So he goes from seeming like he's gonna rape her to being like this really tender, understanding guy. Yeah, that was quite a fast transition.
Well then, back to the matter at hand.
Huh? Out of the blue, Moroboshi just embraced me, and then hoisted me back onto the bed.
Oh, here we go again.
There we go. Your body is still cold. You might freeze if you stay like this.
What are you doing? Stop it.
I thought I would comfort you.
Let go.
What? So you didn't just totally open up for me?
Of course not.
Really? I totally figured we just got super close right there.
Not that fast, come on.
No, we didn't get that close. Jeez.
I just wanted to comfort you, though.
Most people would not find this comforting.
What? You're feeling better now, right? You're not crying anymore.
Leave. I shoved Moroboshi off, even as he kept protesting to me. Even though I can no longer see him, my rage was not subsiding. I thought I'd reconsider what I thought of him, but there's no way I can trust that guy. Opening up for him, it's impossible. I hid under the sheets. Why do I always get so exhausted whenever I'm around that guy? The chill was completely gone, perhaps due to my burning anger. However, the rage also meant that I was way too fired up to actually fall asleep, so I just laid awake in bed all night.
Oh, okay, and I have to end this episode because I'm going on too long again. So I hope to see you in my future videos, and I'd be so grateful for any likes, comments, subscriptions, or shares with your friends to show some support. Thank you so much for joining me, and I wish you all health, happiness, and safety. Dirili signing out. Bye-bye, everybody.